Hey guys, let me ask you so. How many of you have walked into a Target, the department store, planning to buy one thing, just one thing, and somehow walked out with a cart full of stuff you didn't even know you needed? Yeah, I know, every single time, right? But here's the thing, that experience you just thought about, that's not just a funny, relatable moment. It's actually the entire business model. And right now, the stock chart for Target is telling a story that most people completely missed while it was happening and are only now starting really to pay attention to. Because while everyone was writing Target's obituary, something very specific happened on this chart. And where price sits right now puts us at one of the most important decision points this stock has faced in over a year. Tonight, we're going to go and break all of that down. All right, welcome to Chart After Dark, everybody. I'm Guhano Gazli. This is where we slow down, read the charts, identify the levels that actually matter, and cut through every single layer of noise that passes for financial analysis out there. No hype, no hope, just price. If that's the kind of analysis you've been looking for, please don't forget to subscribe right now and share this video. Someone in your circle needs to see it tonight. Oh, and by the way, if you do end up liking the charts that I show tonight, that I normally do use, have a look. There's a link in the description, and you can try to use them for yourself as well. All right, let's get into it. So, Target is one of those companies that doesn't need an introduction, obviously. Groceries, clothing, household goods, all the things people buy every single week, regardless of what the economy is doing. Well, that's actually what makes this stock so fascinating from a technical standpoint, because it doesn't just tell you about Target. It tells you something about the American consumer, about confidence, about whether people are spending freely or pulling back. And over the past year and a half, this chart has told the story in three very distinct chapters. I'm pulling up the Target daily chart here. We're going to see here, let's see where it was sitting at the end of 2024. So you see here, it was sitting around the $154 to $155 level. And then look what happened from there. A relentless grind down, painful decline. No dramatic single-day crash, just weeks of sellers showing up, buyers stepping back, and price eroding lower and lower. But by the time it was over, Target had lost nearly 45% of its value from those highs. It bottomed out in the $85 to $88 zone, a level here that you see I've marked in pink, big support. That's a multi-year support level, a level where buyers have historically looked at this stock and said, ooh, at this price, this company is interesting again. And when price hit that zone in late 2024, as you can see, it held nicely. Now, here's what's fascinating. While the financial media was still writing negative headlines about Target, something was happening quietly on this chart that most retail investors completely missed. Price started bouncing from $88 support zone, $88 support zone, and started climbing. So you can see here. And slowly at first, obviously, and then with more conviction, it cleared the $92 level, and then 100. And another resistance zone I've marked here in pink right around the $100 area. That level gave it a little bit of trouble, but it eventually broke and then retested, as we can see. Price consolidated around it for weeks, but then it cleared that too. And from there, the move accelerated to 104, 108, 112, 116, all the way up to where we are right now, at roughly $120.74. So that's a 40% rally off the lows in a stock that most people had given up on. That's the kind of move that happens when institutions quietly accumulate, beaten down name, multi-year support, and retail investors are still reading the old headlines. So this is where it gets really interesting, because look at where price is sitting right now, the $120.74. And look at what's directly above it on this chart. That's right at resistance, a very, very strong resistance. And I've marked that line in pink as well. You can see here back in 24, it acted as major support, came back March 2025, broke it, and now we're back at the retest. So this level's been a ceiling and a floor for the stock multiple times over the past year. Every time price has gotten up here, as you can see, even over here, sellers came in, boom, rejected the level and it pulled back. So we're sitting right at that level as of today. So the only question that matters right now for Target is whether this level finally gives way or whether it holds as resistance one more time. So think about what each scenario means. If buyers finally push through this $124 level and we get a daily close and then a weekly close above this resistance zone right here, okay, the chart opens up significantly. The next area of real resistance above that is all the way back up around the 136 level, right around here, okay? And that's meaningful because it would represent a full technical confirmation that the downtrend is over and a new uptrend has begun. But if this level holds at resistance again and is unable to clear this, if sellers show up, what they have in the past, then we could see a pullback toward the 112 to 116 level, which you can see here is another minor support area. So that would end the bull case, but it would reset the clock. So here's exactly what I'm watching on this chart, and I want you to write this down. So the level at 124, that's the line in the sand. A decisive daily close above 124, followed by a weekly close above it, tells me the resistance is broken and buyers are in control. At that point, the chart is targeting 136 or 140. If price stalls here and rolls back over, watch the 112 to 116 level on this first support. And if that fails, we could be down back to $100. So the structure of this chart right now is actually constructing. The lows are getting higher and recovery has been real, but resistance is resistance, right? So until that's broken, it isn't. And until Target closes convincingly above $124, that ceiling is still in play. That's what I love about charts like this one. Target isn't a flashy AI stock. It's not making headlines for some revolutionary technology. It's a retailer, a company you've been inside it dozens of times. But the chart's telling a story that has real stakes, real levels, and a very clear set of conditions for what happens next. The 40% rally off the lows happened quietly, while most people weren't watching. The next move? Above or below that 124 resistance is going to happen in plain sight. So now you know exactly what to watch for. As always, this is educational analysis, not financial advice, folks. Do your own research, obviously. Know your levels. Have a plan. I'm Guhan Ghazi. This is Chart After Dark. Stay sharp, stay patient, and I'll see you on the next one.